E-Butter go crazy.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they trying to finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, Jay. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you ain't hating, nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. You'll never question if I'm a real nigga. I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the Braun on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit. Country for life in this bitch. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Okay, turn me up, yeah. I'm like Block Boy, look alive, look alive. I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be shit, so why they face look so surprised. You ain't a real nigga, you just pussy in the sky. Whoa, yeah, look at a nigga now. When I put up to the jeweler, I'ma tell that nigga gon' bust it down. Tryna count the money, damn homie, I done lost track of their mind. Turn me up, this that hot shit, it was kinda looking like a drop. I don't do this for the turn me up. Do your dance.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, and it's Game Day Sunday, the first week of 2024, and we ready to go. We ready to get these championships. Let's go. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. So, guys, with no further ado, let's go. So before I start answering questions, I'm going to talk about the weather. And I got to give a shout out to Charlene. She's always got on me about, TD, do the weather. The weather is important. The weather is important. And it is. So let me share the screen real quick. Okay. So we got the Baltimore. We did that Baltimore. What I'm talking about. Okay. We got the Pittsburghs and Atlanta. 76 degrees is in the dorm. That's good. That game is good. So start your studs. Slight chance of rain in the Arizona Buffalo game. I'm still playing my guys. That's not enough weather for anything. Remember, even with the Kansas City game, it was raining before the game. So start your guys. That's nothing. It's early in the season. This is week one. There's no weather that should have you benching your guys. Don't bench your guys. All right. Tennessee, Chicago, 68 degrees. Great weather in Chicago today. New England and Cincinnati, great weather, 68 degrees. This is football weather. This is September weather. This is great football weather. Houston and Indianapolis in the dorm, we already know. Jacksonville, Miami, slight chance of thunderstorms. This is Miami. Start your guys anyway. This for 1 o'clock game. Carolina, New Orleans in the dorm, we already know. New York Giants, beautiful weather, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go. Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Chargers, great weather inside of a dorm. Let's go. And a little bit of fog, but we're not worried about that. That is at a 4 o'clock. That's in Seattle. Everything is gravy. Everything is green bean. Everything is green bean. I haven't seen any weather that will make me want to sit my studs. Even numerous thunderstorms, I'm not worried about that either. Got to play your guys. Don't be scared to play your guys. This is week one. Do not be scared to play your guys. Play your guys, and then you can make your assessment on week two. That's when you start making your assessment. Right now, you're going down with the ship. There's nothing to really read into. As long as your guy is number one, number two on the depth chart, he's starting. It's nothing else to really try to overthink. When I played Isaiah Likely, what was that, Thursday night? I didn't overthink it. I just played him because he was the tight end that I drafted. I know he was going to have a role. I didn't overthink that Mark Andrews was going to take his targets. Did I think Mark Andrews was going to get 3 or 4 targets? No. I just played my stud. Same thing right here. Chargers, Detroit, Dome, San Fran, New York Jets. You start 8:20. Start, play your guys. Play your guys. We got 2 8:20 time frame games. That's going to be good. Flip back and forth. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's talk about a little bit of news. Let's see what's going on here. Says Ryan Tannehill is set to wait for the right opportunity to play. So that's a lot of gibberish right here, but basically saying that he's waiting on the right opportunity to play. Maybe it's Green Bay. Maybe he can play for Green Bay. Justin Fields trending toward being the starter for week one. So anybody asking about Justin Fields, and he's trending toward being the starter for week 1. Jalen Ramsey should play, likely to be limited. So he might be limited. He might not play all 100% of the snap counts on defense, but he should be playing some. Tyler Lockett will be playing. If he's out there playing, he's going to get some targets. But I still like playing JSN as a number 3 wide receiver or flex play. Gibson plans to play. So I still love Ramondre Stevenson, but Gibson can catch 4 or 5 passes. Jamar Chase extension unlikely before the season open. So it looked like it's coming, but he could play. They don't know. Let me read a little bit on this. An extension for Chase is unlikely before Sunday season opener against the Patriots. As a result of a final decision on whether or not Chase will play has yet to be made. Chase is officially questionable due to the rest and illness. But of course, the real reason is his contract holdout. He briefly called himself a game time decision and said that if he played, he would probably be limited. His presence is needed more than ever, with T. Higgins doubtful to suit up due to a hamstring injury. Keenan Allen looks like he's going to be playing. Russell, last name Wilson, we already talked about that. Looks like he's going to miss week 1. Let's see. Anything else for us to talk about? Isaac Guerrero, guys, be stashing him. Stash Isaac Guerrero. He could get an opportunity to beat out Jordan Mason. Isaac Guerrero runs a 4.3. He's 230 pounds. He's pretty athletic. And in this type of scheme, he could boom. So this is a nice stash play. I'm not telling you to use a waiver priority for him, but stash him. Dynasty buy low. D-Hop looked like he's going to play. I wouldn't be trying to start him. I would just have him stashed on my bench and see what happens. Start Calvin Ridley today. Brandon Ayuk looks like he's not going to get the full workload. And I had a subscriber, she's part of the Discord. She posted that they said that Brandon Ayuk, because he hasn't practiced that much, is not going to play. And that's a great assessment if you got a backup. But don't get super cute and play a Jawan Jennings because you're nervous about Brandon Ayuk. To me, this is week 1. Let him go out there and play and see what happens if you don't got a better player. But if you got a Cortland Sutton, yeah, then you play Cortland Sutton over him. But don't play Marvin Mims. Don't play like these chop liver guys at the end of the depth chart just to see if you can hit. Like, don't try to pull an Isaiah Likely. I didn't try to pull Isaiah Likely. I just played him because I drafted him because I knew he would get a roll. I wasn't trying to be cute. If he'd only had 3 catches, I'd have been fine with it. I'm not trying to say that I'm not proud of myself by calling Isaiah Likely and calling out a couple other players during the game. But Brandon Ayuk is a guy that if I don't got anything better to play, I'm not going to another tear down to play to sit him. I just roll him out there. That's just the way I feel about the situation. If you got depth chart, then you can do that. Let's see. I think we almost done. He's questionable. Simmons, I'm sorry. So I was off on that game. Wait a minute. That game is on Monday, right? I'm sorry about that, guys. Is that tonight? Let's see. All right, that went off. I didn't know that game was for Monday. I thought it was today. Let's see here. The Jets. Okay, yeah, these games 9-9. Okay, yeah. All right, I see that. And then let me look at the San Fran game. I think I looked at it earlier. Did they play today, don't they? I'm not going to waste time looking for it. We need to move on. We need to get to these questions. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, we know Jamar Chase. He could suit up today. DJ Chark went to IR. DJ Chark went to IR. So Brandon Rice could have an opportunity to play. All right. So we done with this. Let's get out of here, guys. All right. Let's get to some of these comments. We got a new member in the house. Dustin Poole. Appreciate it, bro. Dustin Poole in the house. Watch your mouth. Appreciate you. Big Wheel first in the building. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Aaron Holloway says, hey, good morning, TD. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's see here. Big Will says, what up, TD and fam? 30 point, 40 point. 30 point, 40 point. Short bus. Travis Looney in the building. What's up, bruh? Glad to see you here. Been support me for a long time. Aaron Holloway says, also, who would you go with today to start at quarterback? JD5 or Justin Fields? I'm going JD5 over Justin Fields. We need to watch and see what happens with Justin Fields. We like Justin Fields. No, don't drop him. But let's just watch the game. To me, JD5, I would go with him over Justin Fields. That's just me. It's not easy, but I would play him. I'm not going to go to a guy who just now got the starting role and say that he's going to be better than a guy that got rushing upside just like he does, and also probably might be a little bit of a better passer. I don't know. I would say that JD5 might be more accurate than Justin Fields. So I would go ahead and play JD5 and watch him hyper-target Terry McLaurin. That's what I would do. Maybe Justin Fields can break off a long run, but I wouldn't play him over JD5. Great question. Harambe, what's up, bruh? Yes, sir. Second take in the building. Yes, sir. Dustin Poole says, good morning. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Dustin. Glad you signed up as a member, bruh. Hector, what's up, Hector? What up, bruh? What up? All right, we got a super chat in the building. Jeff Whitfield. Appreciate you, Jeff Whitfield. Appreciate you showing love, man. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, here. Let's see. What's the next question? Second take says, everyone like and sub. Yes, sir. Second take says, Warren or Mostert. I'm going with Mostert over Warren. Warren got a little bit of a hamstring injury. I think this week Najee gets the goal line carries all the way. I wouldn't play Warren. I'm not high on Mostert this week. I'm kind of just faded Mostert, but I don't want to be disingenuous to y'all having Mostert on y'all team. But Mostert to me is a better start this week over Warren. But in the future, man, I don't think Mostert's going to get the value that he got last year. I don't think he's going to be the player that he was last year. I think he's going to be solid. I think he might have a couple top 12 RB weeks, but I don't believe he's going to be a top 5 RB like he was last year. So I would say go with Mostert this week because of Warren injury and probably be looking to bench Mostert mostly going forward. That's my opinion right now, but it could change next week. Yep. Dustin says, finger red number one, finger red hit number one. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Hector says, stash Ty Chandler or Donna Mitchell. It depends on what you need. If you need a wide receiver to play at the slot, like at the flex play or a number 3 wide receiver, you can start 3 wide receivers. I would say AD Mitchell. But Ty Chandler is a running back. If something happens to Aaron Jones, Ty Chandler could be a league winner. So you always have to keep these guys stashed. Ty Chandler should not be on your waivers. AD Mitchell, it's okay for him to be on your waivers, especially if you already got good wide receivers. But the better stash has got to be a running back. It's always going to be a running back if he's good. We know Ty Chandler's good, and also if he has a volatile running back in front of him. I don't think AD Mitchell is going to be Puka Nacua. It's possible. Anything's possible, but I would rather have Ty Chandler stashed on my team. Don says, hey, what's up, Don? Ronald says, TD the legend. Yes, sir. I see you, Ronald Fisher. I see you. And we got Robert Christensen. What's up, Robbie? Says 3-quarterback Superflex league. Play Love already. Who are my other 2 stars? Dak, Colagino, 6 points. I would go with, you got to start. I know Dak is playing against a tough matchup, but I'm going with Dak over Geno Let Geno show it to you. Dak got the draft capital. That's how I play. Ox and razor. I keep it simple. I'm not gonna sit here and try to break Dak and Geno stats down and the secondary and who's on the left side, who on the right side, who targets the slot, who targets at 20 yards. I'm not doing all that. That's just too much. Now, if it was championship time, I would go into really, really deep detail to try to make this assessment. But in a week one, first quadrant, we rolling our guys out there. We rolling the guys that basically what I use as a metaphor, dance with the girl that you came to the prom with. So I'm pretty sure you drafted that early. So play that, play Kyler, and we'll see what Geno can do. All right, I think that's everybody questions in that row right there. Let me keep moving. Appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Kales, what's up, Kales? Kales says J-Mo or Chris Godwin in the flex. J-Mo or Chris Godwin? I'm going with Chris Godwin. He's going to get hyper targeted. He's going to at least have 8 to 10 targets today. He's a PPR monster. He is in the slot. He's going to be targeted heavy in the slot. He's moving from the outside wide receiver to the slot this year. So I'm going with Chris Godwin over J-Mo. J-Mo is a boom guy. So if you can always play him. But it's going to be hard to get him in your lineup if you want to put him up against guys like Chris Godwin, who's going to get 10 targets a game. So I would say go with Chris Godwin as the safe play, but J-Mo does have a boom. But I love Chris Godwin this week. Ronald says, gotta start too. Brian Thomas Jr., Shakir Rome, Singletary, 4 PPR. I would go with Singletary as the starting running back of a team just for week one, right? We want to see what he's going to do, but he is starting. And I would go with Rome Odunze slightly off of Brian Thomas, but I think you need to make your own prerogative pick between Brian Thomas Jr. and Rome Odunze. It's up to you. Both of these guys are kind of the same, but I think Rome is a little bit safer because of his quarterback and he's in the relationship that he has with his quarterback. Brian Thomas, to me, I think he's a big boom. I love Brian Thomas as a boom guy too. But I think you're going to have to make that choice. So I'll tell you Singletary, and you have to choose between Brian Thomas Jr. and Rome Odunze. Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. He says Purdy or Caleb Williams. Thanks, bro. Caleb Williams all day. I'm going with Caleb. I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going to be biased against Purdy. I like Purdy. I don't think his upside is there, especially if he got some of his wide receivers on the snap count. And CMC is a little injured. So I'm going with Caleb Williams. Will Hayes says, what up, bro? Yes, sir. Let's go. Will says, if Chase doesn't play, who do I start in my flex? PPR, Austin Eckler, Chase Brown, Tyler Lockett, D-Hop, or Rico? That's a tough one. I would go with Chase Brown if Jamar Chase doesn't play, over Tyler Lockett, who had a little bit of an injury. I'm not sure what he's going to do for output. I do think he get 5 or 6 targets. D-Hop, I can't play him because he's been hurt all year. Rico, we don't know what he's going to do yet. We like him as a stash play because we think he can take over the Zeke Elliott role, but right now we don't know. Austin Eckler and Chase Brown is very, very close. Austin Eckler, probably with them getting rid of Jahan Dotson, probably going to have a better game than Chase. I like Chase. I've been drafting a lot of them. I could be biased. So if I had to choose between these two, I don't want to draft Chase where I drafted him and not play him for the boom. I didn't draft a lot of Austin Eckler this year. I may have got one share of Austin Eckler. So I would say Chase, but if you want to go with Austin Eckler, I don't think you would be wrong. I don't think you would be wrong going with Austin. Robert says, I'm playing Brian Robinson or Zamir Wright over Neighbors in PPR. Yes or no? No. Neighbors needs to be on the field. Neighbors is a top 12 wide receiver. He has to be on the field over those guys, over Brian Robinson and Zamir Wright. I think those guys are good starters, but I'm definitely starting Neighbors over Brian Robinson and Zamir White this week. Next week, if something change or we see the game, maybe we change it. But I think Zamir White and Brian Robinson are good starting running backs, RB2s and flex plays. But Malik Neighbors can be a wide receiver 1 on some teams, and he's definitely a wide receiver 2. Make sure I got to everybody comment. I don't want to skip over people. Yep. Okay, I did that one already. Just like seeing my boy call me a legend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Craig. What's up, Craig? What's going on with you, bro? He says, hi there right now. I have Lawrence starting over Prescott, and I have Eagles starting over Kittle. Lawrence starting over Prescott, I'm okay with that. I think you need to try to make a trade so you don't have to make that decision. Let pick one and play them. I would pick Lawrence over Dak. Man, I don't want to disrespect Dak. Dak, I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but Dak is a good quarterback in the NFL. You cannot say that he sucked and stuff like that. He's just not like Pat Mahomes and those guys. But who is Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen? I mean, nobody is those guys. But as a upper echelon, that second tier, that's what Dak Prescott falls in. So does Trevor Lawrence. And those are two guys that are kind of in the same boat. They got a lot to prove. Maybe Dak is a little bit above him, Trevor right now. But I would say play Trevor because I like Trevor weapons. I love ETN in the passing game. I love Brian Thomas for the boom. And I love Christian Kirk as a slot wide receiver. That only thing he got is CD in Ferguson. And with maybe who knows how that run game going to be. So this week I would say do Lawrence, but I don't like making that decision every week. I don't think I should be trying to tell you to play Lawrence over Prescott. That's like saying Chase over Justin Jefferson. Like that's I'm giving you context with that. That's going to be a hard choice to fulfill. Egwin over Kittle. No, especially with Brandon Ayuk. I think that's another. I think you're gonna have to make another trade. But me, I would go with Kittle, especially with Brandon Ayuk being limited today. I would play Kittle. I think Kittle's gonna get a few more targets than usual. And since you drafted Kittle, you might as well go ahead and use him when you can, when you know he's going to get a few more targets than usual. So I would play Kittle over Ingram slightly. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these guys. If you just decided to play Prescott and Ingram, I wouldn't chastise you tomorrow. I wouldn't say, hey, man, why did you do that? That was crazy. I won't say that because these guys are all kind of in the same tier between each other. RG says Brian Thomas or Singletary. The safe pick is Singletary. So I'm going to tell you as a content creator to go with Singletary to keep my channel in the algorithms. But I love Brian Thomas Jr. And it's hard for me to tell you to play Brian Thomas Jr. as a rookie week one, and he's a boom bust guy over a Singletary who's got a starting role. So I'm gonna say Singletary. I'm gonna go with Singletary, but I think Brian Thomas needs to be on the field if you can. But I couldn't put him over Singletary unless Singletary is your flex play and you already got an RB1 and RB2. Then maybe you can get cute and say, "Well, I just want to put Brian Thomas on the field," and that's okay too. Sport Dog, what's up, bro? Sports Dog says TD 18 PPR Superflex. I'll be using Caleb Williams with Love out. I need a backup quarterback. All that's available in my league are Will Levis and Aaron Rodgers. I'm thinking Rodgers. What do you think? I'm thinking Rodgers too, just to go down with the ship with somebody that you've seen do it before. So I will go with Aaron Rodgers today, just to see what happens. If Will Levis plays good, then maybe you have to go out and get him. But I wouldn't get cute and sit Aaron Rodgers for him. But he's younger, so he has the upside to be really good this year. The upside. Now he hasn't done it yet. Aaron Rodgers has done it 7, 8, 9, 10 years where he's been an elite quarterback. So I would say go with Aaron Rodgers this week. Let's see. RG says Burrow or Stafford. I'm going with Stafford, with Jamar Chase being out on a contract thing or whatever he's going through. Also, T. Higgins being out, and then they playing all these backup guys, Yosevis and stuff like that. I'm not going with those guys. So I'm going with Matthew Stafford with those two alpha wide receivers that he got. I'm playing Matthew Stafford over Joe Burrow. Okay. He says Monday Night Football. Right. Okay. Those two games. Let's see. Jeremy Clay says, "What's good, bro? Cheers from Dallas." Yes, sir. And Robbie says, "Can I get a Kamara stat line for today's versus the Panthers?" 7 catches, 50 yards, 14 carries for 55 yards. So I think he has a chance to be at least a top 16 running back. I think he can finish with a floor of 12 or 13 points, about 7 catches. If he scores a touchdown, then he goes into a top 12 RB. It's all about the touchdown. I'm a little bit nervous with the touchdown upside from him unless he gets a bit played because of Taysom Hill. I think Taysom Hill is their goal line running back. He's like a Derrick Henry for this team, quote unquote, right? So that's what I would give him. I would give him about 7 to 8 catches for about 40, 50 yards, and same thing with about 14 carries for about 40 to 50 yards. Duncan says, "Morning, Taysom Hill or Fergie? Full PPR. I'm going with Fergie. The Don, what's up, bro? The Don says, "Hey, TD, full PPR, pick one. Javonte at Seattle, Najee at Atlanta, or Ford versus Dallas." I'm going with Ford versus Dallas. If you got Ford on your team, if you can't play him in these first 4 weeks with Nick Chubb being out, when you ain't gonna never be able to play him. Why would you play matchups with him if he has the full workload or the full backfield mostly by himself now for 4 weeks? If you miss a couple of these opportunities, to me, I don't think you're using your assets at its best. So right now, Ford is the elite asset that you have to play week 1 to me. So I'm playing Ford over those guys. Javonte is close. I like Najee, but I just got to see Ford on the field. Pollard or Singletary? I'm going with Singletary over Pollard in that split backfield. I need to see it first. Listen, guys, when I'm talking some of this, I'm not gonna say act like that. I know. I'm just going the process of elimination. Occam razor. Singletary got the backfield by himself. Pollard splitting with Tajay Spears. For week 1, let me play Singletary, who's got the full workload. And if Pollard balls out, then I know next week Pollard is the guy I need to play. That's how I see it. More than him, he says Montgomery or Ford. I'm going with Ford because Jahmyr Gibbs is still there. And I do believe Jahmyr Gibbs will get a couple chances to score. But David Montgomery is that goal line guy, is the honey touch guy. But I'm going to go with Ford. I like to use Ford while Chubb is out. And then if he doesn't do good this week, then I can move forward and say, well, even though Chubb is out, they still not going to give him that type of workload. But I can't miss that way. I cannot miss with Ford having the whole workload by himself. Nene Jordan, what's up, bro? He says 4 PPR, Godwin or McLaurin. I'm going with McLaurin all day, bro. McLaurin all day. Adam Lovett says Debo or Pittman. I'm going with Pittman, bro. I love Debo. I just need to I need to see the game. I need to see it. I can't sit Pittman, who's the number 1 wide receiver for his team, a prototypical full PPR wide receiver. Would I be surprised if Debo went for 20 points in fantasy? No, I would not. But I would be mad at myself if I played Debo over Pittman and Debo get like 12 or 13 points and Pittman get 20, and knowing that Pittman is the number 1 for his team. So for this week, you got to play him as he was drafted as the number 1 guy for your team. If you didn't draft him as the number 1 guy and you okay with sitting that type of potential on the bench, then do it. Debo is a good player. He's a little boomy bust, little bit. He's usually consistent. But I'd rather play Pittman. That's just my prerogative. Jaden says, should I trade Dale for Mixon? No, I would not trade no Tank Dale for no Mixon. No, I would not do that. Mark, what's going on, Mark? He says, happy football day. Yes, sir. Putting that tight end. I have Taysom Hill. Should I pick up Hunter Henry or Fant? I would say Hunter Henry for a backup for Taysom Hill. Hunter Henry. Joe Bob says, I'm sitting Brandon Ayuk and starting George Pickens. I said what I said. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Go down with the ship. There's nothing wrong with that. If you got a guy that's you can back up Brandon Ayuk and feel good about, that's the name of the game. And I understand that. I just can't sit Brandon Ayuk for would I sit him in this situation? Probably, but I'm not sitting him for Tyler Lockett, right? I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna sit him for a tear down wide receiver. But George Pickens has the upside. He's the number one wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, so that's totally different. So I respect that. And even if it wasn't, I respect you said what you said. That means you feel like you ready to go down with the ship, and that's what it's about. I don't make content to tell y'all what to do. I want y'all to be comfortable with whatever decision that you make and going down with the ship. Just don't if Brandon Ayuk goes off, just don't feel bad about it, right? You made your decision, it's okay. We don't play regrets here. Jayden says, what's good, bro? 30 season with you. Start 2, K9, Kyron, or Mixon. I'm starting Kyron and K9. I'm starting Kyron and K9. What's going on, Charlene? Okay, I just want to make sure see what was going on in the chat. Big Growing Stuff says pick 2, Kamara, Terry McLaurin, Ridley, or George Pickens. I'm going Terry McLaurin and Alvin Kamara. I'm going Terry McLaurin and Alvin Kamara. Big Growing says Falcons D versus sleeper. I said sleepers versus Steelers or Chicago D versus Tennessee. I will go with Chicago D versus Tennessee. Sal says, what's good? Good morning, Buffalo or New Orleans D? I'm going with New Orleans D against the Carolina Panthers. Even though I think the Carolina Panthers are going to play a little bit better, I still got to go take that risk week 1. I wouldn't say risk, but I got to go down with that ship. Martin Torres, what's up, bro? I see you. Charlene says, what about those Texas Longhorns? Yes, sir. Y'all look good this year. Especially, I mean, y'all got the quarterback problem. I can't believe Archie stayed there. Archie probably like, I'm not running from that. So he's showing the NFL scouts that he's not scared of competition, and he's going to be there. And if anything happens to yours, he's going to start. So I respect that. Y'all do got a good team this year. Very sneaky. I think y'all might be – that defense looks better than it has in the past. L Ski, what's up, L Ski? He says Mouse, Ford, or Spears, Ford PPR. I'm going with Ford. Perfect Black, what's up, bro? From Egypt, yes, sir. Salute to you, bro. He says, how are you starting out? Who you starting out of? Brian Robinson Jr., DeMarcus Robinson, Rashid Shaheed, Gabe Davis, Rico Dowdle, Greg Dortch. I need 3. I'm going with Brian Robinson Jr., Rashid Shaheed, and DeMarcus Robinson. But it's between DeMarcus Robinson and Rico. But Brian Robinson Jr. and Rashid Shaheed definitely. But it's tough for the third one, bro. Rico, I don't know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be between him and Zeke. I like Rico, but I just need to see it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to play him. Demarcus Robinson, I've seen it before, but he got 2 wide receivers that studs. So maybe he could have touchdown upside. If he could get you 4 catches with 1 TD, he could be safe for you. So I would say Brian Robinson Jr., Rashid Shaheed, and Demarcus Robinson. All right, hold up. Let's see something. Okay, there we go. All right, we did that one. Ronald says, good looking out. Anytime, bro. Charlene says, I'm camping at Waiver Wire Street. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Ian Taylor says, Jaden Daniels or Fields? Jaden Daniels. I'm going with Jaden Daniels today. Dynasty Football Key in the building. Good luck, TD. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Black Bank says, what's your scouting report? Xavier Leggett. I like him. I think he need to be stashed. I think he's like a baby DK. He's strong. I don't think you're going to be able to press him because he's so strong at the point of attack. And he's going to be a deep threat. Now, I don't think he's a great route runner, but he don't need to be a great route runner. I think he's just going to be able to make big plays for you, like DK, AJ Brown. I don't think he's maybe his ball skills as good as AJ Brown, but I think he's as good as DK Metcalf is. And I think you just got to stash him. He could be the downfield threat for this team. He's a guy that can outrun other corners. I don't think they really have a lot of guys who can outrun corners, but Xavier Leggett can be that guy. So he's definitely a high-end wide receiver stash as a rookie who might not be a first quadrant guy, but could be later in the season. I like him. Stacy, what's going on with you, Stacy? Second Take says, Tyreek Hill arrested. Yeah, man. Right before he went in the game, it's gonna be good. He probably went off because they probably give him a hard time. I wouldn't worry about it. He's gonna play in the game. They're not gonna hold him up and keep him from playing. But I'm glad. Keep putting it. Let me know about the news. Keep letting me know what's going on. Xavier plus 2025 first or Malik Neighbors. I'm going with Malik Neighbors, Dynasty Football Key. I'm going with Malik Neighbors over Xavier Word in the 2025 first. We want to win. You got to play like Malik Neighbors. You squeeze that pause and you ride that out. Second Take says it's all over Twitter right now. Okay. Let me know if he's going to play. That's the main thing. If it's bad enough where he ain't going to play, that's going to be terrible. But he should be able to play. Hopefully his mind is free. I don't want no Tyreek out there worried about what's going on. Second Take says Dolphins wide receiver has been detained by police today, entering the stadium for a driving violation, per his agent Drew Rosenhaus. But Rosenhaus said Hill will play today. Okay. Robert Foster, what's up, bro? He says, what's good, TD? We finally here for game day. Jalen Warren or Brandon Ayuk in the flex? I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk, bro, but you got to lower your expectations. It's week 1. So if you don't I'm glad you put Jalen Warren or Brandon Ayuk. I'm not willing to play Jalen Warren just because Brandon Ayuk might be on a snap count. I'd rather go ahead and get 7 or 8 points from Brandon Ayuk to get 7 or 8 points from Jalen Warren. Just being honest with you. I drafted Brandon Ayuk in the top 5 rounds, so I'm going to play him if I don't have another guy that's up there with him who can compete like that. I don't think Jalen Warren today, and I could be wrong because I know he had a hamstring injury. He could be 100% healthy. I don't think Jalen Warren today is going to be the player that the Pittsburgh Steelers plan on him being as the season go on. So I will go down with Brandon Ayuk. That's just me, though. Viv, she said, TD, yes, sir. It's that time. Yes, sir. Robert said, Jalen Warren, Ayuk, or Gus Edwards, I'm going with Gus Edwards. I do think you need to have Gus Edwards in there, but I don't feel great about sitting him for Ayuk. But yes, he is a starting running back for the Chargers who will have some goal line opportunities for him. So that when it comes to Gus, I guess I'll put Gus over IU. If you don't have anything better. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Okay. Oh, okay. I see us. Okay, I see a super chat down here that I did not see. Hey, I'm sorry, Joe Bob. I'm sorry, I did not see that. Let me look at the yeah, Joe Bob, I apologize for that. I did not see that. Joe Bob says some honey touches for my bruh. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate the super chat, bruh. Sorry I didn't get to that. I'll be looking more, making sure that I get to the super chats. Because you do get priority. No matter where you're at in the chat. You will get your question will get answered. Viv says had Higgins at the flex, but now doubtful. Between either Rome, Medunze, D-Hop, or Zeke, who would you roll out for flex play half PPR? I will roll out Rome over D-Hop and Zeke. Yes, let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. Let me check and see how many likes we got on this video. How many likes we got on this video? We got 31 likes. Okay, let's keep getting the likes up. Let's see here. Beanie Bun says Najee at Atlanta or Addison at New York Giants. Half point PPR. I'm going with Najee at Atlanta for the touchdown upside. I do like Addison. I do think Addison can have a good game because they're going to try to take Justin Jefferson away. But I'm going to go with Najee for the goal line touches. I don't feel great about it because Addison does have some boom upside. 1 or 2 plays he can boom because of the single coverage that he's going to get. But I'm going to go with the honey touch guy. KR, he says Williams, Lawrence, or Fields. I'm going with Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence over Caleb Williams today. For today, we gotta wait and see. I'm going with Trevor Lawrence against that Miami secondary. Ortega, what's up, Bryant? He says TD Pickens, Scary Terry, Brian Thomas as my second flex. It is 4 PPR. I'm going with Scary Terry over Pickens and Brian Thomas. I'm going with Scary Terry. Big Will says Scheffler is saying Tyreek was arrested today, right? Yeah, for whatever reason, man. I'm not gonna worry about that. As long as he ain't hit no woman or anything like that. If it's just for like driving, that's nothing. They get their work through it. I just want his mind free to be able to play in tonight's game or today's game. Viv says, as always, smash the like button. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up. Don says, thanks, TD. That's who I got in. I drafted Najee a few rounds earlier, but Ford gets it in my opinion. Right. You got to go down with him, especially with Nick Chubb being out. This is the time to play him. Okay, Big Will says video of it too. They got a video of Tyreek getting arrested. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. Sports Dog, what's up, bro? He says 18 PPR super flex, need one flex. Terry McLaurin, George Pickens, Khalil Shakir. I'm going Terry McLaurin over George Pickens and Khalil Shakir. I'm heavy on Terry McLaurin this year. Harami says, thanks, TD. How about a stat line for Marvin Harrison Jr. versus the Bills? I would say 6 catches for 70 yards with a possible TD. I would say about 8, maybe 8 targets, 10 targets, but at least 6 catches with about 70 yards and a TD. That's what I give Marvin Harrison Jr. RG in the building says Tyreek detained by the police on his way to the stadium for driving violation. Yeah. Hopefully he's all right, man. CHB says Tyreek was arrested. Yes, however, he will play today. That's good. Cheetah playing. Cheetah playing. Cheetah playing. Let's go. Kevin, what's up, bro? So, yo, Cheetah, what's good, bro? Good to be back this season. How are you feeling about Neighbors as a flex? I love Neighbors in the flex. Pause. I love Neighbors in the flex. Adam says Reek battle drop 30 point, 40 point. 30 point, 40 point. Short bus. 30 point, 40 point. Short bus. Martin Torres, what's up, bro? He says, hey, I got a tight end. I got tight end. Johnny Smith, who should I pick up for tight end? Pick tight end. Pat Fryermuth or Hunter Henry, New England. I would say Pat Fryermuth. I would pick up Pat Fryermuth. Martin Torres says, great show. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, I see you always showing support, man. Every video I drop, you always putting the 1,000 or the 100, bro, and I appreciate that. I don't forget nothing. That's probably what's wrong with me right now. I don't forget nothing. I need to forget some things other than my keys. But yeah, bro, appreciate you, man. Loyal. Ed takes his Hill is playing, yes. CHB says Debo Samuel or Pickens in the flex. I'm going to go with Pickens slightly over Debo, man. I'm not giving Debo a lot of respect this week. I need to see more from that offense. I can see that offense struggling a little bit today. Maybe not. I'm going to go with Pickens over Debo. I know that's a little cutting edge. If you want to go Debo, bro, I don't have nothing to say about that. I understand it. I'm just giving you my opinion on it. My opinion doesn't make me right? It's just an opinion. And I'm not gonna say easy. When I say easy, I'm 100% sure in my own mind, right? That doesn't make it be right, but I could be like, oh yeah, that's easy. But this one's not an easy one. I love Debo. I just don't know what this offense is going to be with CMC being halfway nicked up. You might say, well, that's more for Debo. Well, I don't know. What if Brock Purdy play bad? I don't know. I will go with Pickens. I know he's going to get some opportunities with Justin Fields as the quarterback. Seven. That's what I'm gonna call you, brother. I apologize if I'm killing your name. I appreciate you being here. We got a new member in the building. Hold on. Let me do that. Okay. Yes, sir. Perfect Black became a YouTube member. Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Brian Robinson Jr., Yosevich, Coleman, Addison, pick one. Half PPR, thanks. Brian Robinson Jr. over Coleman slightly and Addison. Those are some good picks, man. Coleman and Addison are good guys. I like Addison. I like Coleman. I would go with Brian Robinson Jr. And the reason why I'm going with Brian Robinson Jr. is for the honey the goal line touchdown. But if he don't get the goal line touchdown, he's not going to have a great outing because I would say Austin Ekeler is going to catch 6 or 7 passes, so that could hurt Brian Robinson as far as catching passes. So you need a goal line touchdown. Coleman could get 8 targets today. Addison could get 8 targets today. So I just want you to know that. But I'm going with the guy who's the easiest to score, and that's Brian Robinson Jr. Tron says, the Tyreek incident scared the hell out of me. They said no violations will be fouled. Right. That's why I'm like, I ain't feeding into that shit. If he playing, let's let him play. I'm not going to feed into the violation of a road incident or car driving or whatever it is. Tron says they just reported that Chase will play on his snap count, 20 to 30 snaps. Yeah, I'm still not playing Joe Burrow over that. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, not make sense, but I just don't feel great about that team. Actually, I do think it helps them win the game. They possibly could win the game now. I was picking the Giants to win the game. Okay. Don says, I do wonder if Tyreek is going to have his head in the game, but he should still go off anyway. Right. That's what I'm worried about, Don. I want to make sure he's focused. I want to make sure that he's focused. I got Tyreek and Chase. Do I play them both? Yeah, bro. It depends on who you got on the bench. If you had George Pickens, you could play George Pickens over Chase, and that was your like ultimatum. I would say, oh, okay, maybe that's okay, but no, I will go ahead and roll out Tyreek and Chase. I'm rolling out a lot of guys that look like I got IU I got 2 or 3 shares of IU. I'm playing them. I don't got anybody now. If I had a bench player that could take that type of workload and give me some output, yes, I wouldn't sit. Would I sit Brandon Ayuk for Brian Thomas? Not week 1. If Brian Thomas goes off week 1, I'm okay with like missing that and going on to week 2 and playing him. That's how I feel about it. I just want to give y'all context of why I'm saying that. I don't want y'all to think, well, TD was high on Chase and that was crazy. If you want to go and bench Chase and not Tyreek, but bench Chase, then I get it. Me, I'm playing them if I don't got any like a guy that's kind of close to that, right? I'm not going to sit him for top liver. That's all I'm trying to say. Yosevich, Jalen Warner, Demario Douglas. I would go with Demario Douglas. I don't feel great about it, but out of those 3 guys, that's one. I'm not playing Yosevich today. I just can't do it. Especially with Jamar Chase being on the snap count. That even hurts his numbers a little bit too. Debo Samuels or Pickens in the flex. I think I did that one already. That would be Pickens. Samuel says, what did he do, bro? Barkley too? Yes, sir. I said it. Barkley was my number 1 RB this year. Well, I had him. He wasn't ranked, but I said he had a chance to be the number 1 RB. I was taking him in the late first round. I was taking him from the 110 all the way to the 2-3 all season long. I love Barkley. Everybody kept saying, but Jalen Hurts. And listen, I want all of you that's watching me right now, and you're gonna laugh when you see it. You see how some of these guys are not talking about certain players that they said that wasn't gonna go off? Listen, as soon as these guys have a bad outing, you're gonna see it in the comment section. And you're gonna see it between some of your peers. So just wait. Soon as that guy plays, like say it likely goes out next week and has a bad game, watch how many people come in the comment section and start talking about Mark Andrews. I promise you. I promise you. If Barkley would have had a bad game, you see nobody said anything about Barkley. If he would have had a bad game, they would have came in the comment section and said, TD, man, I told you Barkley. So they waiting on Barkley to have a bad game so they can come and thank me or outsmart me or show me up in front of my YouTube subscribers. Now, if somebody say, hey, TD, you hit this, hit this, but you was wrong this, and this, I'm fair with that. I think you need to call the whole story out. But it's part of the game, and I'm okay, and I'm learning. You're going to call it out. I'm just going to hit the thumbs up, say, yep, you're exactly right. Charlene says, hey, TD, I have no questions for you today. Fat, good luck to you. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tron says, best fantasy channel on YouTube. Thank you, Tron. Appreciate that. Harami says, welcome new members. Yes, sir. CHB says, I have a strong feeling the Dolphins and the Jaguars going to be a high-scoring game. I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Harami says, TD, what Bills wide receivers will have the best day today? So I won't say Bills wide receivers. I say that he's gonna pass. It's gonna be pass. Like Evan Ingram's gonna have a decent game. Brian Thomas, all these guys they're gonna spread the targets out. So I'm not gonna say anybody's gonna dominate per se. I think that the guy that's gonna dominate is gonna be Travis Etienne, and I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna throw for multiple touchdowns because he's gonna pass the ball out. Spread the ball around. So I would say, to me, the sweet spot guy that you can play, that you can be cutting edge with and be okay with it, would be Brian Thomas. But Christian Kirk probably going to have more targets than him. Evan Ingram probably going to have more targets than him. But Brian Thomas can have one big play that can turn the game around. So I'm not going to say that who's going to have the best day. I just think they all going to be average. Nobody's going to be a top 12 wide receiver. Maybe Brian Thomas could with a big play. I do know Evan Ingram has a chance to be the top 5 tight end. That's easy. But I would say both of them, they all just going to spread the ball around, man. Nobody's going to dominate. I don't think nobody's going to dominate and have like 10 catches for 90 yards and 2 TDs. I don't think you're going to see that. Harami says that's because reactionary approach and hindsight are easy to launch into. No one wants to be wrong. Right. Facts. Let's see here. Mr. G says Palmer or Mostert for flex positions. I'm going with Josh Palmer. I don't feel great about it, man, but Mostert is too many mouths to feed for me to rely on Mostert getting a touchdown. So I'm gonna go with Palmer. I don't feel great about it, but I'm gonna go with Palmer. CHB says Dak Prescott just signed a new deal. Wow, they signed him to a new deal? Wow, great information, bro. I'm surprised. That takes the cake with me. I didn't think we was going to sign him to a new deal this year. Wow. Maybe they didn't like the way Shadir Sanders looked last night. And they was like, you know what? We ain't waiting on that. We're going ahead and we're going to stay with that. Wow. Eddie, he said, you too. What's up, bro? Let's get it this year. Yes, sir. Viv says Justin Fields is starting. Yes, sir. He is starting. That 4-year, $240 million, $60 million a year. Okay. That's a good deal. Timbo Slice says Patron talk. Timbo Slice Patron talk. Patron talk. Thoughts on George Pickens? I like George Pickens today. I think he's the number 1 wide receiver, and he's gonna get a couple jump ball opportunities. Justin Fields gonna put the ball out there for him. Justin Fields does have a relationship with George Pickens where he wants to hyper target him. So I'm okay with playing George Pickens today. Most leagues he should be started. He should be started in 70% of the leagues. I don't know why people wouldn't start him unless you got a little starting lineup. Like you only got like 5 guys you're starting. Harambe says, interesting sign for Dak after Sanders had a right, Harambe. Right, Harambe. You put the two together. That's what it is, bro. It was that. And they was like, nah, we ain't Shadir, he ain't gonna be like that. Raven Show, yo, what's up, bro? It's a Debo or Diggs? I'll go with Debo over Diggs. I would go with Debo over Diggs. I think both of those guys should be starting, but in a vacuum, I'm going with Debo over Diggs. 4 PPR and Joshua Palmer or Keon Coleman. Man, I don't feel great about it, but I'm gonna go with Joshua Palmer over Coleman. I need to see it first. Right. So I will go with Keon. I will go with Joshua Palmer over Keon Coleman. And I will go with Debo over Diggs. Free Smoke says, my God squad, Golf, CMC, Jefferson, Puka, A-Chain, Rashid Rice, Mark Andrews, starting lineup. Yeah, that's a nice squad. Mr. G says, Palmer or Mostert for flex position. I'm going with Palmer. Ron says, drop Deshaun Watson for Ray Davis. No. Now, if you got it as a backup quarterback in a single quarterback league, I still wouldn't do it. Ray Davis, you need to. I mean, if you want to stash Ray Davis, man, you can go ahead and drop Deshaun Watson. I don't believe Ray Davis is that type of guy, but I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, right? So I don't want to say that and then I'll be on Ray next week because I saw him play, right? That's what I want to say. Right now, I don't think he's going to be on the Deshaun Watson level. But why would you hold on to a backup quarterback that you may not never play? Maybe on a bye week, right? So if you in a single quarterback league, Deshaun Watson might not ever break your lineup. But Ray Davis might not ever break your lineup either. So, you got to use that in context. So don't sit Chase for Rashid Shaheed. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it, man. I don't play fantasy that way. I mean, you can do it because, listen, Rashid Shaheed's going to be out there on like 100% of the snaps. So if you do it, be okay with Chase going off or having a good week. But it does make sense in that way. But I don't feel great about sitting my studs, especially week 1. I just want to play my guys. But Rashid Shaheed, man, I like Rashid Shaheed, and I won't be surprised if he outdo Chase. What's going on with Chase? I just want y'all to be locked on to your starters. Don't be playing them trying to get cute because of snap percentage numbers and stuff. Like, sometimes you just got to play your guys. But I understand your science makes sense, bruh. The guy, if you sitting for Rashid Shaheed, who could have a boom game, who's really good, yes, I respect that. C.A. Jefferson says, appreciate what you do. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Harambe says, what play are you most excited to watch today, TD? Malik Neighbors. I'm excited about watching Malik Neighbors. Dirt Boy said, should I start Burf Curtis and Khalil Shakir or one of them and Yoshevis? That's a tough question. I probably would go with I would squeeze and go with Curtis and Khalil, and that way I can find one of those guys could be the secondary guy on this team and have a good game. I probably would go with Curtis or Khalil, but that's a great question, man. That's a hard question. I don't know. Yosevich could get one touchdown and could outscore both of them off of one play. So, I would say go with Curtis and Khalil. That's the better offense today for me. Samuel says, I have Andrews and likely should I trade one? No. Keep both of them. Keep both. That's a great question, Samuel. Keep both of them. Perfect Black says even split between Dowdle and Zeke, right? And I still need to see how they gonna look. So I'm not gonna play. I'm not playing a lot of Dowdle this week. I got him on my bench. Seamus says upset for today. Jaguars over Miami. It's possible. I like the Jaguars. I think they're gonna be a good team this year. Miami offense is like that though. That offense is like that. Harami says bust prediction for a player today. Bust prediction. Who could bust today? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow could bust today. All right, let me see if I missed any comments. Appreciate that, Robbie. He said that's a good one. Let me see if I missed any comments. I don't think I did. That's Free Smoke says I got Arizona upsetting the Bills. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Chase is active and will play today, right? On like a 20-30% snap percentage. Yeah, I like Arizona today. Yep, I do too. Sean Bonds, what's up, bro? He said, what's good, bro? Cowboys fan offered me Neighbors and Njoku for Ferguson and Sutton. Yes, I'm taking that. If you're going to get Neighbors and Njoku for Ferguson and Sutton, hell yeah. I'm taking that all day long, bro. Go do it now. Get off the live and hit accept now. That's how I feel. That's easy. That's one of my easy. Eddie says, laugh out loud. I hope so. I'm playing him in 2 leagues. Siobhan says, what's good, guys? Good luck, everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Nifty says, Neighbors going for 125 and a TD today. I hope so. I hope so. All right, I'm just looking to make sure I got to everybody comment. Yeah, I think I got to everybody comment. All right, guys. Let me see if there's anything. Y'all want to look at my team? Y'all want to see my teams? You saw the message in Ayuk earlier? Yes, I did. And I shouted it out, Siobhan. When I talked about Ayuk, I told them what you had said. I said a subscriber told me that, or showed me what they wrote up and said that Ayuk was going to be on a snap count. But the only thing I feel, Siobhan, I don't like. I'm telling people with Chase, Ayuk, I think that's the only guys right now. I'm telling them to play them unless they got a guy like a George Pickens, like a upper echelon tear down guy. Other than that, I couldn't go to like. Let me give you an example. I couldn't play Jacoby Myers over Ayuk just because Jacoby gonna have 100% snap percentage, and Ayuk is gonna be on a limited snap count. I can't do that. I'm okay with it's week 1. I'm okay. I don't want y'all to be, oh well, TD, I lost and I could have played, because I don't see it that way in week 1. When I have a guy like Ayuk, I can't sit a guy like Ayuk for Yoshevich. I'm never sitting a guy like Ayuk if he's healthy and he hasn't practiced that much for as getting his lung dried and just trusting him on the field with health. I'm still playing Ayuk. But if you got George Pickens, then yeah, I think you need to make that move. I wouldn't, if I got 2 or 3 good wide receivers on the bench that I feel good about that could be top 12 potential, hell yeah, I'm playing them over Ayuk. So yes, I did. I still see that, and I'll let everybody know about that. Mike Mary, what's up, Mike? J.K. Dobbins going for 100 and T. Bro, if he do, I'm hitting you up because I faded J.K. completely. If J.K. ball out, he's going to be the first running back in NFL history to come off a Achilles injury, and he play the next year and look solid. It always took guys 2 years to come back off an Achilles injury. So if he comes back and plays good, Mike, you got to get super credit for that. I mean, it's a couple content creators that's out there. They like J.K. I don't. Until I see it, that could change next week after the game. Eddie says Neighbors is more talented Hey, you said it. Hey, I get a lot of flack for saying that. He says Neighbors is more talented than Marvin Harrison Jr. Always believe what your eyes tell you. Hey, preach, Eddie. Preach, Eddie. Yep. Harami says, talk about our matchup, TD. I'm currently winning, but I've been doing this too long to feel confident you can still easily win. Right. That's to me, Harami, that sounds a little to go to that matchup week 1 just because you're winning it. I guess I can show it, but I'm not gonna be. This is a Sunday Q&A, so I'm not just gonna go to that. You know, I don't mind talking. If anybody can beat me in a matchup, I don't care nothing about this. It's 1 week, but just to go to that matchup right now because you're winning, because it's some other leagues that we in. Nifty says that's a fact. But now I'm just saying, bro, you went to that matchup on a week 1 on a Sunday live show. Deal DeVoe says, great live, TD. What type of production do you think Corn puts out? I think he let me see. I think he just average, man. He might have 5 or 6 carries. I don't think they're going to be using him like that. I could be totally wrong. I think Kyron is the man. I don't think Corn is going to be getting that many carries and opportunities. But he could get a few. I could say 7 to 8, right? 7 to 8 carries. I don't think he has a touchdown. If he does, then we know this is going to be a 50-50 backfield, and anybody can score any week. Right. I get that. I understand that, Robbie. I was gonna go through all the teams anyway, but I wasn't gonna be showing the matchups because I'm winning. I'm playing a couple people that's on this live right now, and I'm winning. But I'm not gonna go and just show that I'm winning, like just because I'm winning the matchup. If I'm gonna show it, I gotta show it in every show, right? Just I don't want to show it when it looks beneficial to me or another person for its particular, right? So that's the main reason. But I'm gonna show it. I'm definitely gonna show it. I'm gonna show it, and when you lose in one, I'm gonna show it too. Come on, bro. Come on now. Come on now. You gotta understand. Let me see. Samuel says nervous about Jacobs. Okay, Samuel says nervous about. Samuel says nervous about Jacobs since Love went down. Should I trade away? I don't think he looked that good to me. I wasn't that big on Jacobs. He didn't look that good, but I think he will get 10 rushing touchdowns. 10 rushing touchdowns are not hard to get in the NFL today. So if you want to trade him away, yes, I would trade him away for a good value. I wouldn't trade him away for chopped liver. Trade him away for get you a good pick. So just let me know, like, if you want to trade him away, what players are you looking to pick up? TB says Chuba Hubbard or Gus Edwards today. I'm gonna go with Gus over Chuba. I'm going with Gus because of the goal line touches. I think Miles Sanders could come in and maybe get a carry or two at the goal line. So I'm gonna go with Gus Edwards over Chuba. Right. All right. So listen, guys. Let me show a couple teams. I'm gonna show a couple of my teams that I drafted and a couple of matchups that I got going on. All right. Let me show this. Okay. So guys, this is the barbershop league that I'm in. Hold on. Not supported on web yet because please use the Sleeper mobile app. Okay, this one won't let me show it. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's all right. We're going to the next one. This is the league that I'm with. One of my homeboys, Papa Trail. He started me in the league, so I just want to show y'all this team. Tua, Connor, Stevenson, Hill, Waddle, Trey McBride, Cortland Sutton, Daniel Jones, Houston defense. Discord. This is the one I think I'm with Harambe, but it actually won't show it. I don't know why. Let me hit refresh. Yeah, it's not showing them. It's not showing my team. Yeah, it's not showing the team. It won't show it in best ball for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Matthew Stafford, A-Chain, Ramondre, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra Waddle. I know a lot of you don't think I was crazy for getting all three guys, right? But I did. I squeezed right here. Amon-Ra, Jalen Waddle, Njoku, Godwin, Edwards, Watson. Just some of the just showing y'all quickly because I don't want y'all to get bored. Lamar, Saquon, Tyreek, Zay, Likely, Tua, Johnson. Yeah, Rami says, I lost my 2 quarterback in the league. I'm screwed. Second quarterback in that league. Which league is that, Harambe? You had Jordan Love? Okay. Yeah, to show a couple of leagues. Best ball league. Let me see if this one league gonna work. None of the best ball leagues are working. Yeah, Jordan Love. Okay. The IDP best ball, right? It won't show the teams. Let me see right here. Overall, Goff or Stafford? I'm going with Stafford. I love Goff. Goff has a nice matchup today, but I'm going with Stafford with those 2 killer wide receivers. Ryan says most of JSN or Javonte Williams PPR. Most of JSN or Javonte Williams. I'm going with Javonte Williams over both of those guys. I'm going with Javonte Williams. Siobhan says, "What up with the Tyreek being arrested?" Yeah, that ain't nothing. It's just news. He's playing. The only thing you need to worry about is his mind being focused on the game. What up, bruh? Yes, sir. All right, guys. I think that's about it. I'm not gonna keep boring you with with my teams because it don't matter. What I will show though, I'm trying to show some matchups that I have. Yeah, Arambe, I wanted to show the matchup. I was gonna show the matchup. And talk about different teams because I will be doing those shows. I will be bringing y'all up weekly to talk about like the matchups. But I didn't want to get into it. What I was trying to say, I didn't want to get into it today and just showing. I just want to skim through my teams and show some of the guys that I was drafting. I got a couple other leagues that I'm in. I'm playing a couple other guys too, but I'm not gonna pull up that and do that today. But I will be doing it probably Wednesday or Thursday show. Let me see. A-Gang Grizzo says, "What's good, TD? You like Caleb Williams or Stafford this week?" I will go with Stafford over Caleb Williams. Stafford over Caleb Williams. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Y'all be safe. Have a blessed day. Let's get this money. Peace.
on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some bands on it. Okay, turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some racks on it. Okay, turn me up. They don't wanna smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how I act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Okay, turn me up, yeah. Okay, turn me up. Yeah, bitch, I'm rolling up. Bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, I ain't showing up. Yeah. They like country need another one. They like country need another one. Going crazy. Okay, turn me up. They don't wanna smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how I act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, yeah. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you ain't hating, nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. Don't never question if I'm a real